Hey, Creations by Courtney here with a quick tutorial for the berry crop top crochet along. Yes, we've already covered how to make the stitch. This is about color change. I was able to figure out a way to make this so much easier than what is written within the pattern, which will get updated at the end of the crochet along. So if you've already purchased a copy, don't worry, you will get the updated version when we wrap up the crochet along. So if you want to practice along with me, go ahead and grab your whip because you might as well make progress on your actual top. And if you want to practice first, then grab some scrap yarn. All right, let's get to it. Alrighty. So using the same hook that we've been using for the entire project, I'm using a size K or 6.5 millimeter. I've already started a foundation row because again, you don't need to see that. What I am showing is with extra half double crochet because we will be doing that in order to create a nice edge for doing the edging. I know it's a lot. Just trust the process, okay? When you change the color, this is what I figured out for carrying it along. Again, I'm going to show you how to get started in the first row, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the second row. It's really, really straightforward. Now, it does mean you're going to have to crochet a little slower in order to catch the yarn, but it is so worth not having 35 million ends to weave in at the end. Okay, so to bring it up, right? Okay, I'm going to start with a loose chain 1 and I'm going to capture the yarn. Now, you're going to have to figure out which way you want your yarn, you know, front, back, side, all of that kind of stuff based on your preference. So I'm going to do a loose chain 1, and I know this is not super secure, so again, demonstration purposes. Okay, so we're going to make our first half double crochet, okay, just like so. And I'm using this color, is called Enchanted. I decided to pick something with a higher contrast so that it'd be easier to see. So with this, okay, we have completed this, and I'm going to tell you to literally kind of toss the yarn so that it's caught at the back, right? This you will not see, all right? Just literally kind of catch it in there, drop it out of the way. We're going to make another half double crochet, okay? And so yes, this will twist, and that is okay. We're going to make our first cluster, and again, move this out of the way, whichever direction it is hanging out naturally. We're going to make our first cluster, and again, this is the first half double crochet, so we're going to work right here. And I know with foundations, it's not as clear. So much easier after the first 2 rows. All right, this is where you want to just lay the yarn over your working yarn and pull through. So what we're doing is kind of catching it on the back here, okay? And again, move that out of the way. We're going to start our treble. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Before you make the last yarn over and pull through, again, just lay the yarn over the working one and then make your last pull through. So you don't really see it from the front. It does show up on the back. Okay, let's do that again to finish the cluster. So we're going to make our, our front post double treble, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. When you get to your last one, pause, and then just bring the yarn over the yarn tail, right? The working yarn. That way it's just there. So again, nothing is loose. It's all hanging out in here. Again, don't pick up the wrong color. You just want to make sure that it's caught along the top. And if you need to adjust so that your gauge doesn't, that you're not pulling too tight. And that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to crochet a little slower, but it is so worth it. And again, this is our first one. Oh, there we go. Work turn. Make sure you're skipping 3, 1, 2, 3, half double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, you don't have to catch the yarn here. It works so much easier when you work with the clusters. All right, so let's do this again. All right, making sure that you are skipping 1, 2, 3. We're going to use this half double crochet beneath this one to make our cluster, okay? Don't use the second color, use the current color. All right, so making our front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, right? Stop here. Just lay it across the yarn and then finish, okay? And then move it out of the way. Make your yarn overs. Make your front post treble. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, stop here. Lay it across the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. Move it back out of the way. Our front post treble. Again, you do your yarn over, pull through 2s, stop at the last one, lay it across the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, move it out of the way. Again, skip your 3. So this is a half double, 1, 2, 3. Work into the next stitch to make your half double crochet. And again, if this gets in the way, literally just toss it out of the way. All right. So let's do that again. I really want to make sure you get it. And then we'll move on to the next color. So 1, 2, 3, again, working beneath the half double crochet you just made. Make your first front post double crochet. Again, the muscle memory is there, but you want to stop here. Bring the color forward. Then complete your last yarn over and pull through. Same thing for the front post treble and double treble. And again, this first row of clusters is fiddly. It feels wonky when you get to this stage, or when you're first starting, because there's just not a lot of fabric to hold on to. And again, adjust your gauge, your tension if you need to. Like, all of that is super loose. So let me fix that. And again, this is going to be so much easier when you start the back, because you actually have quite a bit of fabric to hold on to. But we're just doing a little practice swatch so that you can have a better color changing experience. All right. And 1, 2, 3, half double crochet and half double crochet. And if you don't know why I'm making the extra half double crochet, you will see when you get to that part within the pattern, okay? So this is where we are. This is now on the end, and I forgot to change to the color. And like I said, if it's all twisted, that is okay. So I'm gonna go back here, and now the yarn is where you need it in order to make your color change. And honestly, I'm just untwisting the yarn to where it would be naturally to do the pull through. And so this is even easier for the color change as well. And again, you could do chain 2 for your first half double crochet, or you could do a loose chain 1, turn your work. And again, now your yarn is where you need it, right? The first color. I'm going to make my first half double crochet, and then when I get to the next one, just like so. And looking at the back side, you can barely see the color, right? So in the nature of the wedge stitch, like in this sample here, we don't want to carry along the bottom, because then you get lines and that will mess up the look, but it shows here. And this, I'm doing it better here than I did here. That's why we're now doing a video tutorial. So we're all consistent. All right, so first cluster, again, working around the appropriate half double crochet. In this case, this will be the second one rather than the first one. You do your yarn over pull through 2. Hold on, let me pull some more yarn. Okay. Again, keep that to the front. Keep this at the back. Literally just lay it over the working yarn and then pull through 2 to finish, and then toss it back out of the way. Okay. And now make the front post treble. Stop at that last yarn over pull through 2, lay it over the working yarn, finish the stitch, toss it back out of the way. Front post treble, double treble, excuse me. Stop at the last yarn over pull through 2, lay the yarn over, finish the stitch, toss it back out of the way. And then again, making sure you're skipping the right stitches, 1, 2, 3, work here for the half double crochet. And again, you'll see the yarn, but since we are working around the half double crochets, it gets hidden. All right, so finish this row, and then we will come back so we can look at it together with 2 rows, again in a high contrasting color so it's easier to see. Alrighty, so we now have our 3rd row done. Again, this was the 1st row, unless you want to call it foundation row, so 2nd row. So with this, you can see you don't, outside of here, right? And again, you can kind of play around with how you carry the yarn up. Like at the end here, it may help to, for this last one. So when you get to the end, again, just bring the yarn over the working yarn. And that way, when you make the last stitch and do the color change, it's right there. And you don't have as much of a float. So this is one side and this is the other. So you see a little bit peeking through, but again, in the nature of the stitch, you can't see any of the floats from this side. So there you have it. That is how you get to avoid cutting so much yarn. Yay! If you have questions, definitely leave them down below in the comments section. And if you are in the Facebook group, Confidently Crochet with Creations by Courtney, for the Crochet Along, you can post your questions there, as well as any pictures to get specific feedback. But I hope you are happy as I am, to now know how to carry the yarn without it showing, so that you don't have so many ends to weave in. And I will see y'all in the next video coming out in a few days in order to start the back portion of your berry crochet crop top. Yeah, keep stitching.